So many times we had had the experience of some funny thing that was said or done. Everybody would laugh, and we didn't quite catch on yet. So everybody had stopped laughing, and then, oh, now I understand. Well, then it's not funny anymore. Well, at this wedding reception, there were skits and other humorous things going on, and they had taken pictures of it all. A couple weeks later, they shared those pictures with us, and my wife and I were delighted. We were delighted because we realized that finally we laughed at the same time as the other people did. That was an encouragement that we had made great progress in appropriating the language and the culture. When we arrived in Japan in 1959, Japan was still in the process of recovering from the devastation experienced in the Second World War. Gradually, during those many years we served in Japan, we saw the economy grow to the point where Japan was an economic giant in the world. At the same time, the churches, which had a very difficult time providing adequate support for their pastors and maintaining their churches, also prospered. As the Christians prospered, the church was better able to support itself. It was comforting to see that they were better able to be independent in supporting their pastors more adequately and repair or replace the old buildings that they might have been using. So in that way, the church has prospered. But Japan remains a very difficult place to do ministry. It's a nation and a culture very resistant to the gospel. And the church is a small minority. Independent, but a small minority. So they face a very, very difficult challenge ahead. And they struggle to this day to reach the next generation. The longer we were there, not only did we understand the language and the culture and become acclimated to the culture and the life of the church, but we also gained the trust and the appreciation and welcome of our colleagues. We never took the position that we were their superiors, that we were there to supervise them, but there to be their partners in mission. And as we were there a long time, they expected more of us, and our opportunities for witness were enlarged, and more responsibility was entrusted to us. So long-term service in a culture as remotely different as the Japanese culture and language requires long-term service to be the most effective. Being faithful and being patient and persevering in partnership with those of another language and culture will be blessed by the Lord. Because they do not require direction. They do not need us to tell them how to do evangelism or to pastor their churches in their culture. However, they do deeply appreciate it when through cross-cultural mission, we share the burden a witness in a challenging situation.